What's up, everybody? Dakota Drake 4 coming to you live from the Rutledge Dome. Rattlesnake's on a mission. He's on a mystical quest. He's gone, but I'm in the house keeping Chairgatin live. I know we had a Saturday Night Live race last night, so we're going to bring you a little early on Sunday. It's going to be a little fun. I got the boys from Left Turn Colt in the house. They're going to join us, and we're going to talk everything fucking NASCAR. Let's start the show, boy.
What's up? It's Chairgatin coming at you live.
Hello, come right in.
Rock flag and eagle.
Dude, I hope this shit's fucking working.
You're still muted? Hey, you're still muted on the LTC side.
Dude, I hope this shit's working because it seemed really cool while we were doing the intro.
It was, yeah. We were both just going away.
Everybody there, check 1 2 1 2 in the house.
Did I even intro what we are? I don't even think I said we're the LTC from East Tennessee, but that's what we are.
Well, that's right there with it. The boys from the Left Turn Colt are here on Chairgatin, and Dakota from Chairgatin's here on LTC. I mean, we're double banging this bad boy.
We giving it the old bangaroni.
Woo! I got the LTC boys. Some of them were actually in Martinsville last night, so we're gonna hear all that coming to you live. We're winging the whole thing, but we're here too on Sunday night. We got the beers are brewing, and I can't wait to hear everybody's thoughts on last night's race. But if y'all want, friends of the show, if y'all want to reintroduce yourselves for those who haven't seen you, take it away.
We're the Left Turn Colt out from East Tennessee. We cover racing a lot of the same way that Chairgatin does it too. We all kind of like view it from the same standpoint as a couch racer. That's just what we do. We give our like harsh and terrible opinions on racing, and more often than not, it just ends up us degrading one another throughout the course of the show.
Yeah, I'm Jacob Kelly Lewis.
I'm the only live streamer in our group, Dalton Ratty Bush.
Hey,
I'm Matthew Parvin, #ParvGang. Also, I think Cooper needs in on Chairgate in Dakota.
Oh, he needs added in. Holy crap. You know what's funny, Parv? I feel like you have one of the biggest followings of any of us.
Bro, I've been sitting here the entire fucking time, just doing nothing.
Dude, I'm sorry. I got both.
You gotta join
up.
LTC too, pal. There's 2 links.
Woo! I got both streams up, so I was probably blocking some things.
Shit.
Oh boy, we're winging this thing.
one.
A bunch of, some of us aren't really technologically efficient, but we're gonna do it. Oh wait, I can see the LTC comments. Look at this, go, dude.
What up, stat guy?
Scoo! Dalton live. Rowdy Reactions was last night. Parv Gang in the house. JKL, JBL, WWE champion with the cowboy hat. I think Coop went to a baseball game or something, and we got Green Sheet.
I did, baby.
Gang, baby.
It's good to have y'all back. I'm glad to catch up with y'all, and I really hope these both streams are working right. If not, we'll find out later. But, dude, we went to the paperclip. Martinsville was last night, and boy, howdy, I think we got a lot of surprises.
We did. So basically, Martinsville did what Martinsville does, I think. Hold on now. Hold on. We've got to go in order, right? We've got to go through the entire weekend. So it started off with the trucks. As a whole, if you're a short track guy, everybody gets like a hard on for Martinsville, right? But I don't really care that much about short tracks. Unpopular opinion. Like, I really don't like sit back and drool over them the way
you take that back right now.
Well, we saw why, but anywho, truck race was fun.
Yeah.
The truck race was a little exciting. I had a problem with the first stage, honestly, with the truck race. I think we raced 6 laps of green, and the rest was caution laps. I don't know if guys were getting their wheels spinning and figuring out how to do everything, but I literally, the first stage, I was like, what the fuck are we watching?
Yeah, Zane Smith up front. He's continuing to show that performance. I think we've all talked about Front Row Motorsports at this point in the truck series. He won both stages.
We got a Go Cubs Coop in the chat, by the way, Cooper.
Cooper.
I can only see the Chairgatin side. I guess I'm only on Chairgatin's.
You got to pull up
Live
both
stream.
streams if you want to.
Yeah, you've got to click the other link.
We're waiting, dude. I honestly loving this.
Okay,
I think it's
hold
cool.
on.
I hate how
do
I'm
this.
just over here. I've got to fix my background over here too. Hold on, let me go to Martinsville. There we
Oh
are.
Lord.
Oh, you're back in the hot dog stand. There we go.
Yeah.
And for our listeners not watching, I'm sure this is a confusing shit show. They're just hearing like tons of voices.
We're all extraterrestrials tonight.
Yeah, but we don't sound that way to them, thank God.
Shout out Katy Perry.
Good God. Okay, so anyway, trucks were fun. What was our finishing five? Does anybody know off the top of their head?
For trucks?
I know
I'll
the
pull
top
up in like
three
3
was
seconds.
I know
Saint
William
Smith,
Byron won.
Or no, William Byron, Johnny Sauter, Kyle Busch, and
Damn, as I pulled it up, John Hunter Nemechek in 4th, Ben Rhodes in 5th.
Yeah,
It's called
it's
called enlightenment, sir.
You'll get over it in a little while. You accept
Yeah, I'm
it.
kind of used to it. It's okay. I just hope the fans aren't hearing it. But yeah, we had the top 5 of the truck race with William Byron dominating. Johnny Sauter got up there to stay relevant in his life. Kyle Busch just quiet just 3rd. Everybody automatically assumes he's just going to dominate these races. Well, it didn't seem like he ever really gave a toot in this one. Johnny Nemechek trying to remind people he's here, and Ben Rhodes just quietly like retaining as a returning champion, clicking off these top 5s.
It took him a little while too. I think like the first couple races throughout the season, it was kind of like, like was this a fluke champion kind of thing or what? But I think he's definitely starting to show that he is a champion. I mean, there's not really a whole lot, and I'm going to sound terrible right off the bat here. I don't think there's a whole lot of top tier talent in the trucks right now. I mean, the trucks are always so much fun to watch,
Dude,
but it's because of that reason exactly, right?
I always have this argument. When I grew up as a young lad in my teenage years watching the truck series, it was like the vet pro class. It was where all the cup drivers went to like retire and like, hey, I don't want to quit racing. I still got some fight in me, but like I can't cup race anymore. So it was like all the old guys duking out, and every once in a while you had a young gun like just trying to get his name in the hat. And then now it turned into like the AAA class where like all these young kids come in, and that's where they get their start, aka Haley Deegan. And it's like, this is the training grounds now. This is where you get your training wheels, learn how to drive and everything. And if you're good, we might just take you Xfinity racing.
And it's funny because like now it's turned into this thing, you used to have Roush trucks. You had Penske trucks, and that kind of turned into Brad Keselowski racing. That's kind of went away. And now that you got bigger teams funding these other teams now, Kyle Busch Motorsports is kind of the only one left, really. It's a branch of Joe Gibbs Racing. The rest of these teams like Thor Sport, Front Row Motorsports obviously made a brand new team last year. But look at Spire. And then maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just fucking wrong as I'm going through this list. But Thor Sport and that. I was an idiot. I don't know why I said that.
No, you were right. No, I was smiling for the picture that Dakota was taking.
That's right.
That's all I was smiling for.
Oh, okay.
I
said the reason I thought I was sounding dumb was because I was like, there's not really a branch of big teams anymore, and the first 3 I named was like Spire, just the Cup team.
Well, no, but I understand what you're saying. I mean, we used to have like the powerhouse teams just as like an entire entity back then, but now it's like they're kind of just like sapping the roots from these like smaller teams.
Yeah.
And I think like that is the main point overall. Like it's all like GMS right before they came to the Cup. GMS was strictly just like a Cup program, and then we have Parv Gang, #Parv Gang one time.
Oh, Lord.
We have all of these just absolute like John Bob's construction racing team. You know what I mean? So I love that. Yeah. Absolutely love that. Do y'all like the fact that now it's like the training ground, or do you wish it went back to the way it was?
I agree that I miss KHI.
I miss Kevin Harvick.
Brad Keselowski racing.
Yeah, miss BKR. I do like that it's the training grounds now, because now it's more exciting. The truck races are probably the most exciting races out of the weekend, just because of how many people run into one another.
Okay, real quick, I'm gonna pause, Dakota. I'm sorry to hijack, but we'll go on and get this out of the way. I have no idea who the answer is still, or do I? Nobody knows. So we ran a poll and like kind of let people play along. And somebody from LTC is a puppet master. They're a puppeteer, but nobody knows who it is. And
at first I was like, wait, is that because we're both running shows? Or
no,
yeah,
no,
because
yeah.
y'all are always fucking commenting on y'all's show, and I'm like, who's commenting? My guess is it's Parv or Dalton.
So
Everybody's blaming me.
We've had a lot of Daltons. I've had a lot of Jacobs and a lot of Parvs. One Cooper. I actually think it's Cooper too, and I have justification for it. Only the OG day ones know why.
The fuck does that mean?
You don't even know?
No.
I'll explain it once the person who announces their career path. Once
I keep trolling the shit out of everybody in the replies what Jeff Dunham gives.
Nobody's guessed it was
Good
me.
Lord.
I think one person did, but that was it. So, will the puppet master please reveal themselves?
It's Dalton, 100%.
No, it's not.
I knew it was Parv. I knew it.
Parv?
So for those listening on Chairgatin, the Left
I knew
Turn
it was
Cult
Parv.
guys, they like to comment on each other's show because they have nothing to talk about, I guess. But they like to harass each other in the comments through their social media site, and no one knows what's going on. But I guess it was Parv Gang. He's got more following than any of us, and he's honestly, you should follow him. It's a great laugh. But shout out Parv Gang.
Parv, your puppeteer.
Ooh,
It is.
I
Back.
think it's Parv. He's the
back
one
to-
always giggling after the comment comes up.
I'm still confused. What's the day one shit?
Your puppet that you have.
Oh, Enrique.
Yeah.
Enrique. Oh, okay, I remember Enrique. Yeah.
That's why I was
That's
like,
old.
he probably just said that it was him because he has his puppet.
I forgot about that puppet.
Parv,
I don't
when
even
did
know
you
where it's
start
at anymore.
puppeteering? And then we'll get back to the truck series.
Alright.
I need that.
Well, see, I took a workshop back about before COVID happened in my theater class, and I learned like the basics of puppeteering. And I even worked on a show that we did called Wiley and the Hairy Man, which used that calls like puppeteering. So I have some base. I'm not a ventriloquist, but I do know some puppeteering.
All right, I'm buying Pove a Pinocchio.
All right, say that 5 times fast.
Yeah.
Back to truck racing. We got some missing Horner days, and we also have. It's definitely exciting, but I think some talented drivers get lost in the mix with the wreck fest due to aggressiveness and inexperience. What a great take by our boy Nick here in the comments. I honestly agree with that too. Is like it seems like some of these truck races get out of hand and are shit shows, and you're like, what the hell is going on? And then maybe some talent gets lost in the mix. I also think that Xfinity and trucks drive completely different, and you see guys kick ass in trucks and not relate to Xfinity, or you see guys not do good in trucks, go to Xfinity and kick ass. Harrison Burton.
Now, do you think that's because the trucks don't drive the same as the cars specifically, or do you think that's because the talent gap is so big going from the trucks to the Xfinity?
I think the cars just drive a little different. Like maybe suits different guys' styles.
Okay,
I would
don't
agree with
hate it.
that. I mean, there's been plenty of people that's jumped from, like you said, from a series to another series that has not panned out. Ron Hornaday, for instance, kicked ass in trucks, couldn't do shit in the Cup Series. I mean, it was.
Yeah.
I mean, he had it down.
Like I was saying, Harrison Burton, what he did, he was like mediocre at Kyle Busch Motorsports, and then he went to Gibbs Xfinity and was kicking ass. I just think some guys they just do a little better. Noah Gragson. He was kind of all right. He was good at truck racing. He had some wins. I feel like he went to Xfinity and really started kicking ass.
Yeah. Well, I think it took him a little bit longer than that. Like just going to the Xfinity, I still feel like he needed a lot to develop. Because I mean, last year was like an okay year, but it wasn't great. I mean, he was in like a win to get in situation going into Martinsville. Now this season, I think he's like just growing into
establishing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can definitely get to that when we get to Xfinity. I think Noah G. I think the time's ticking, buddy. It's time to go.
What does that mean?
I think if he doesn't go Cup racing next year, he's the next Justin Allgaier.
Ooh.
Ooh, hot
Disrespect.
take.
That's rough.
I mean, I
That's
wasn't
rough.
gonna jump straight Xfinity, but I like Noah G. I just think like, hey, how long are we gonna keep doing this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, and Coop, I'm sorry. We're going to get to Cup Series racing soon, but I think that the reason that we saw a more faster Austin Dillon last night is because that ride is up for grabs. I'll come
Oh
out
my
and say
god,
that.
what series are we talking about? Jesus,
I'm talking
We're
about
talking
Cup.
truck. We're
I
talking
know
truck
we
racing.
need to
We're
pick
talking-
fucking one and talk
We,
about.
we're,
I'm trying.
we're
I'm trying. Anyways, we're wild carding here. I'm trying to talk about topics with Left Turn Cult, and we're trying to talk about Chairgate and Mainstream. So we're just gonna be all over the board talking about Martinsville. But right now we're talking about trucks, and we will get to Austin Dillon and his Cup success coming up in a minute.
What
We
about
gotta keep somebody's got to keep the whip cracking on this thing and keep everybody in order.
So there's a fight that almost happened at the Truck Series.
Oh, didn't some girl almost get hit, like some domestic violence or something?
We were getting close to that. Honestly, I'm more angry about the fact that they cut away from that those two going at each other.
What's respect?
Like to show William Byron just like standing there taking his MRN interview.
Dude, Fox is damned if they do, damned if they don't. I mean,
They did not have to cut. Literally though, like that's free content, right? And then they cut away from it. Now, did they cut away from it because they were worried hands were about to start throwing?
I would have been fine showing the William Byron like bullcrap interview they like to do on Start Finish Line, and then afterwards be like, "Why William Byron was celebrating? We had this happen," and then just show that in its entirety.
How would NASCAR react if we saw? And I'm still in the Truck Series here, but I'm going to reference Xfinity. If what happened between Ty and Sam happened between Haley and Lawless,
I feel like they would.
I feel
do
like
fucking
NASCAR would
backflips.
come to a halt with a dude hitting a girl.
yeah, probably. Will it happen?
I mean, we almost got it in SRX last year, so with Deegan.
Ooh,
Paul Tracy, yep, shout out.
equal rights, bro.
I mean, so my thought process on it is, and this is a terrible take, but I mean, if like you just come out swinging, like full blown swinging, I mean, if everybody's got a helmet on, then no harm, no foul overall, right? Like we just have helmets on. But I mean, I would have loved to see Haley throw hands personally.
Dude, what's the
she's not
dude
a
gonna do?
pushover.
What's the dude gonna do? Bitch slap her?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I
Fucking
think
spit on her.
if you're an athlete and you're throwing hands, everybody's an athlete, right? Like everything else gets tossed out the
I
window.
don't think that's how the
Everybody's an
world
athlete.
works. Still,
It does in the sports world, I think.
I wanted Haley to smack the shit out of him like that woman did to Max Pappas at Canadian Tire that one year.
Well,
Oh my God.
can I ask
You know what I'm talking about, do you?
what did Lawless do that was worse than Sauter? Because I never did see it.
I would say for her, it was just a case of just being like fed up with the entire night. Like I'd say if somebody
Yeah.
would have sneezed at her the wrong way, like that's who would have like gotten what Lawless got.
I honestly kind of wonder what the fuck name is Lawless Allen. I'm like, is this a like character in the like a video game or
It's
something?
like Red Dead Redemption.
It's a badass name. I'll give it that. But it was risky. That's for sure.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I honestly was just like, I don't think the truck race was that great either. There was a bunch of
Nah.
chaos and stuff, but it was like, oh, okay, oh, cool. William Byron won. That's cool for him. And that Spire team got their first actual NASCAR win. That was about the only thing good I saw of the truck race.
Well, I missed that Johnny Sauter was going to come back and race that 13 truck. That was a total shock. I don't know how I missed that. I thought he was fired.
I don't know how he's even like still racing.
I'm pretty sure at the beginning of this year I saw a tweet that said that he was no longer going to be a Thor Sport.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was just like a part-time deal.
So, Chad, this is a great point, actually. Haley's probably already stressed out because of all the bullshit that she's going through this week. So,
Dude, I'd be just as pissed off if I were her in that situation.
Well, she's not getting any better because she's getting hammered on Twitter right now with her attention span tweet.
Dude, yeah, so
Oh
if you
my
want to jump right
God.
into that, we can, because I think that was a terrible take by young Haley. I honestly was like, hey, why don't you stay in your lane?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think that's a bad take. If
I forgot Sauter was even in the truck series.
if people were going to go watch an Avengers movie and sit through a 3-hour long film, they'll sit through a 4-hour race.
Now, would you watch that Avengers movie every weekend, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, so I can look at it both ways. Like as a diehard, I definitely like give me a 12-hour race, and like I'm gonna sit in front of the TV and probably watch it all. I might take a nap, but no matter how much NASCAR you put in front of me is how much I'm gonna consume.
Exactly, dude.
Like if they shorten the races, that's gonna suck. But I do see great benefit in that, because that is why Formula One has been able to capture like younger fans, is because it's quick. We are literally trained for shorter attention spans now. TikToks, they're fast, right? We don't watch 30-minute TV shows anymore. We watch short videos on TikTok all day long. That's what we're accustomed to. So the shorter we can have our content delivered, like it's psychological now. We're groomed this way. It's just a part of our generation being all digital age. We want things shorter. So if NASCAR did cut down to an hour and a half, more people are liable to sit there and just watch that and get their Sunday morning dose.
I agree to an extent. I think there's a gray area there. I agree that, the new generation of, our age and younger per se, is, we don't want to watch 18 hours of racing. We don't want to watch these 600-mile races. We got shit to do. We want to go do stuff. But as to how much are we trying to appeal? How much is the NASCAR trying to appeal to this ghost fan, young kid, want to get the new generation? Because what if it never comes?
Is it a ghost fan, though? Based on the growth of F1, because I feel like F1 and the documentary of F1, both of them are having so much success in the United States for that ghost fan that NASCAR has sought for.
Fan. But what if the fan never comes? You sit here and you chop the head off everything, and you appeal and change so many rules and so much going on to try to chase this invisible fan that you're trying to get. And what if the fan never comes? What did you do? You altered your whole sport based on trying to appeal to something that's not there yet. I admit, like, more fans, I see more kids getting into it. Twitter, god awful Twitter is nothing to me but kids and maybe some old dudes that figured out how to work social media. Is how much are we going to keep changing? Like, hey, we're going to shorten some races. I've never understood the argument of give me less racing.
Okay,
hey,
but
what I really
fairness,
like, I want to watch a shorter fucking race because I don't want to watch more racing.
Right. That is never going to be my thought process. Like I said, if they shorten them, I will be sad and I'll watch the entire shortened race. If they double them, then I will watch, double the race. I am happy with either side of it, but I understand why they are entertaining the idea, or why the idea is being brought up. And
I get it, but then I'm like, let's be selective here.
Okay, Dakota, Jacob, Dalton, you guys are going to remember this as well as I do. Do y'all remember like waking up at 8 a.m. on race day to watch everything on Speed Network all the way up to the race?
Oh,
I would watch
I remember that.
NASCAR race day.
We don't have that, right? So, I mean, why? No, but if you have something where people are, because for me, and of course, not having to work, being a carefree kid, it was easy to do. But I was like, my entire Sunday is going to be consumed by NASCAR. I would go to bed Saturday night with the idea I got to get up early.
This existence still revolve around that.
I mean, same, yeah. But I mean, I didn't have any type of responsibility though, so it's easy to justify sitting in front of the TV all day. But I scheduled it out and I made time, and I still make time for it. If NASCAR started coverage at 8 a.m. on Sundays again, I would be up at 8 a.m. again.
Yeah. If their pre-race show was worth a fuck,
yes.
I really wake up and want to watch it.
Right.
I have purposely the last 3 weeks made sure I did not watch pre-race.
Well, and you're getting that really in-depth engagement and like interactivity with your favorite drivers. And that's what F1 is so good at portraying in their segments. Although it's a lot shorter, they have so much in the booth, so much pre-race and so much post-race, but it's still short, but it's so full of everything. And we don't get everything anymore. We just get the race. Because even post-race coverage is like 2 minutes.
Okay. I have an awesome question from episode viewer Nick. Would you still want the same logic if Fox is doing it?
The 8 a.m. thing?
Yeah.
I mean, I would still schedule time out to sit in front of my TV and I would probably watch it.
I don't care who's doing it. I'll get up for it no matter what.
Do you watch the pre-race show now?
9 times out of 10, I still do.
I watch NBC's, but not Fox's. NBC's
Okay. So if Fox is doing the 8 a.m. show pre-race coverage, are you watching it, Dalton?
Yeah.
Oh God.
No.
Yeah.
If,
No, you're
if
not.
they quit those cringy ass skits, I'd get up for it. But
Well, it used to be like cringier, but it was actually like funnier back when I was a kid. But like, I still love Mikey's grid walk. I think that we need an overhaul.
I have always liked Michael. Like I love his grid walk. It's cheesy. It's Michael. Like I like him being like, "Hey, what the fuck do you think about this?" And like, and
Well, I hated it until this year, like to cover that.
I've always liked it. I like Michael Waltrip. A lot of people hate Michael Waltrip. As like I've always liked Michael, and I thought his little pre-race grid was the better part of Fox's intro crap. You know what I can't stand is this, the put it out thing. That shit drives me nuts.
Yeah,
I don't think
Oh,
Fox
hot
race
take.
is that bad.
I like Fox. I've said that before, but
Oh, God.
a lot of people don't. I mean, I think that they could do a better job. I mean, there's always room for improvement.
I didn't think it could get worse when DW left.
Luckily,
This
we got
right
him
here.
coming back.
this
Luckily,
right
we
here
got
on
him
the
coming
LDC
back.
stream, this right here.
Well,
Jimmy
yeah,
Spencer, Kenny
and
Wallace.
speaking of Kenny
Yeah.
said that he
They
is
kept it
working-
real.
Well, Kenny said he's working on doing that at Gateway this year. He
Yeah,
has talked
yeah,
to
that's already.
Gateway.
He said that. Well, he confirmed it like as soon as they announced it. So I mean, but this could be Kenny Wallace and Percy Pringle.
What the?
Is Dakota Percy Pringle right now?
What? Who's that?
Pallbearer.
I don't know.
I don't think Dakota knows what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah. Did you not watch wrestling as a kid, Dakota?
Yeah, I've never heard of Percy Pringle.
You don't know the pallbearer, the guy who used to walk out with the Undertaker.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I don't remember his name being that.
Well, that was it before WWF, but I think
Yeah, I don't-
broadcasters are
anyways.
bad. I think it is whoever is controlling the cameras or what going. That made no sense. I don't think.
Nice.
Anyway, yeah. So basically, Haley Deegan just had a really bad take, a bad fucking take.
Yeah, she was like, "Our young kids' attention spans," and it was like, "Speak for yourself, honey." I just thought it was a terrible take. Like, make the races shorter. Cup races should be 100 laps. Like, no, it's not what it should be. I think the race links are fine. I think some races could be tweaked. I don't think Martinsville was the one to start with. But
Fuck yeah.
I don't know. There's something to mold around there, but I don't want to just sit here and go ahead and start chopping all our 500-mile races.
Yeah, and I just don't see the point of that. Dakota, you had a really good point earlier too about altering the sport for a fan base that may never come. My personal opinion, this is going to be controversial as fuck, but I'm going to say it. There's a lot of posers just everywhere, man.
Wow, that is absolutely accurate.
There is. I mean, if you walk out nowadays, say we
know a few of them.
Yeah, it's true. Well, I mean, when I was in Las Vegas, for instance, I saw 8 people wearing old NASCAR jackets.
That's what I was telling Dalton the other day when he was like, "I want to get an Ernie shirt for the Darlington race," and I was like, "Great luck finding one." Like, they fucking go for $100, and I walk on UT campus and there's kids wearing it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I like to call kids out.
Yeah, well, I walked up to one of them. He was wearing a Del Jarrett UPS jacket, right? I mean, probably one of the most famous schemes of all time. I mean, everybody knew about Del Jarrett.
05 Dega last win.
Yeah. I walked up to him and I was like, "Hey, man, Del Jarrett." He looked at me like I was stupid.
Yeah.
He just stared at me and walked on.
Fuck?
Those are the worst kind of fucking people. Like, you want to depress me? That right there will do it. Just
You actually just jogged a memory in my life. I was at dance class, and a dad came in to pick up his kid, and he had on a Carl Edwards jacket. And
Wait, you were in
I was
dance class?
I was a hip hop dance teacher back before I put on some
Holy
weight. Yeah,
shit. I want
What?
to see video.
Okay,
Cody's
hold up.
cultured.
What?
Cody's cultured.
I want to see the
I was
move.
the dance instructor for a minute. I thought that was like well known. I thought that was known.
Dude, Felicia was on her high school dance team. Y'all could have something to talk about.
We'll choreograph something.
Yeah,
Okay.
TikTok.
We'll do a NASCAR dance.
Not with me. I'm a brick. I can't move worth a fuck.
But anyway, he came. I was wearing a Carl Edwards T-shirt, and it was of course the beautiful Black Aflac scheme. And he came in with the jacket, and I was like, "Carl Edwards," and he like looked at me and like shrugged.
Dude, I remember when I was in high school, a lot of kids used to like they just showed up like one day out of the blue. Everybody was wearing NASCAR jackets, and I was like, literally, like, wait a minute. And I was like, hold on, it's like I was like, hey man, you like Casey Kane? He was like, huh? And I was like, dude, your jacket, Dodge, like that's Casey Kane's jacket. And they're like, what are you talking about? And I was like, the NASCAR driver. And he's like, man, I just like this jacket. It's cool. And then, like, you know, back in the day, you used to go to this thing called the mall. If you wanted to get
A what?
if you wanted to get clothes, if you wanted to get clothes for school and shit, you had to go to the mall to get shoes and clothes.
Damn, Dakota was going to the mall for that.
This internet didn't exist, so you had to go there. And I remember, like, you go in like Lids or something where you get cool hats, and they had like NASCAR jackets, and I was like, what the fuck is all this? Like, what is going on? Like the NASCAR jackets, but like I was like, why are the jackets out here? And then all of a sudden, two and two together is like, oh, this is like a style swag thing. Like they don't give a fuck about NASCAR racing. NASCAR jackets were like a swag thing, and I was like, man, it's some bullshit. Y'all are all posers.
Yeah, I mean it's the same thing with like the metal industry. I'll bring the metal industry up. Dakota and Coop are gonna know exactly what I'm talking about.
Talking about music?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
You see all these people wearing like Slipknot shirts, and
Oh,
you walk up.
Nah,
to
the worst is fucking Pantera, bro. I'm like,
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
name three
get the
songs,
fuck outta
bitch.
here.
The
Yeah,
damn
like-
high school girls like wearing Nirvana shirts and shit.
It's
We have
the-
really been all around the world with this.
So
episode. We're only
okay,
30
but
minutes in.
also at the same time, why are we gatekeeping it?
Why not?
I also am like, when I was younger, I used to be like, take it off. You don't know what it means. But like the older I got, the more I was like, hey, you know what? If you want to wear it, that's fine. That's more exposure. That's more, get it out there. If you like it, that's fine. Maybe you'll be like, hey, mate, who is this guy? Maybe I'll look into it. I don't know. If you want to wear it, I don't care. The music thing bothers me more than the NASCAR thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I'm a gatekeeper myself, but when I like hear it actually being said, I'm like, God, that's awful. But then I'll turn around and tomorrow I'll roll my eyes at somebody wearing a NASCAR shirt. you know?
It's not that they're wearing it. It's the whole fact that like that these people have this too cool for school.
No, it's the fact they got it and I
they're-
didn't. That's what pisses me off. You
Ah,
have that and
yeah,
I
there you
don't.
go.
That's what I don't fucking
Okay.
like.
Yeah,
Or that
so
they're
who's
ignorant,
relevant?
or
Yeah,
they're
who's
ignorant
being
to what it
honest.
even means.
Yeah.
Like Cody, he comes up in his fucking senior shit, and I'm like, I'm pissed. He has that and I don't. But he's a
But
big
at least
fan,
like
so,
at
it's
least
just that.
right, at least
Yeah.
I'm backing
Whatever
it, though.
picture you take wearing that fucking jacket is automatically like a
Dude,
badass
isn't it?
profile pic.
Isn't it?
Like every picture you take, I'm like, it makes you look 10 times cooler.
The
I-
one
I
yesterday
think
where he's
I'm
holding the
just gonna-
seltzer and he's got the jersey and the jacket. Like,
Yeah,
that's clean as
yeah,
shit. Come on.
swag.
Like
daddy.
I'm gonna start wearing that 24/7 just to stay like cool at all times.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, brother.
Like go to a job interview, suit and tie with the Dell jacket on over it.
Well, we finished the truck race. Speaking of swag, should we roll right into the Xfinity race? The awesome fireworks we saw Friday.
Wow,
night?
what a segue! What a segue! Good
That's how
job.
we do it, Chairgatin. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Y'all go on some tangents sometimes where I'm like, I can't keep watching this. But Xfinity race was Friday night. It got a little. I honestly think I'm gonna say race of the weekend. It was a little caution filled sometimes where I was like, all right, come on. But it got juicy at the end. The 54 car was the car to beat. Little boy Ty Gibbs was scrapping to stay alive, and Georgia boy Brandon Jones would not be denied on old tires. He came up there and punch 1-2 his way to victory. But then after the race, I think old farm boy Sam Mayer got a little reality check because Ty Gibbs wasn't backing down.
I'm very disappointed in
Cody's
Sam
called
Mayer.
out.
Papa good.
So Xfinity race, I didn't get to watch it. I was at a concert. I did just catch up on the highlights though.
Oh my God, you missed an awesome, decent race.
I saw Elton John.
Tiny dancer.
Yep. Anyway, though, through the highlights, it didn't look like spectacular. A lot of cautions. It was messy as all.
It was
get
like a
out.
normal Xfinity race.
Yeah. The ending of it. The ending
We
of
got
it
a
was-
Tyrone hit him with a Bojangles 3-piece.
Yeah, he did. I watched specifically like the last lap to see like where the contact was that got Ty all riled up. I watched it a few times. I mean, Sam got into Ty. I think he drove him up out of the corner unnecessarily.
Well,
He had
that's
already moved him.
Martinsville.
Well, he had already moved him, though. Like, I'm not
then-
defending or making excuses, but he had moved him out of the way. He had him clear, but he chose to keep riding him up
But also,
unnecessarily.
he had a 16 car under his ass on the inside, pushing him up.
If you rewatch it, Sam is Sam
Well,
and
they're
Jason
also
were-
racing for $100,000, all three of them.
right. He had already beat him. Like, that was a given. He had already beat him 100%. I think that he drove him up. I think he pinched him on purpose. And
I think all of it was great.
oh, dude, it's incredible. We're talking about it, so it worked. I mean, that's exactly what it is. But I think that Sam and Ty have like a rivalry for the rest of the season now. There's no
For
way
the rest
they
of their
don't.
life.
Dude,
For the
he
rest of their
bopped
life,
him
yeah.
so many times. And Sam deserved it. And let me tell
Yeah.
you why. Sam did deserve it. Ty shoved him first, but Ty was taking off his Hans device, and then it gets heated. Hold on now.
No,
Listen.
I want to break down the fight for you. You're already skipping shit, dude. You weren't there. You weren't watching. All right,
Go ahead,
let me
go
break
ahead.
it down for you.
Let's
I'ma
live
pause
through
the Cody
Dakota.
button. So look. Let's break it down for the listeners and everybody watching. Fuck the race. We're talking about the fight here. Ty Gibbs, check 1-2. Sam Mayer on the mic. They get out. Ty Gibbs bumps them all the way down the backstretch. They come around pit road. They're bumping and banging. And cameras don't give a shit about who just won this race on the site. And they're filming Ty Gibbs and Sam Mayer. And they are literally front bumper to bumper. It's Denny Joey Logano repeat. And Ty Gibbs gets out, storms over Sam Mayer. They both have their helmets on. No, both have their helmets on. Ty Gibbs comes up and immediately pushes Sam Mayer, squirbeling some sort of gibberish. Sam Mayer immediately takes his helmet off, throws it on his car. Then as Ty Gibbs pushes him, he turns his back to him and walks off. And Sam Mayer's like, come back here. Sam Mayer, and I'll put this on record. I don't give a fuck about Sam Mayer. Sam Mayer comes storming up. He's like, hey, He comes up in his face and flips his visor up and goes, dude, take your fucking helmet off. Like, camera right there. He goes, take your helmet off. He goes, you're a jackass. Then you see Ty Gibbs reach, unhooking his Hans device like he's about to take his helmet off. And at this moment, Sam Mayer pushes Ty Gibbs with his helmet on. Immediately, Ty Gibbs is like, fuck this. Bop, bop, bop. Check 2-1-2. Starts throwing bows on fucking Sam Mayer. And Sam Mayer can't even react in time. He's just getting lit up by Ty Gibbs. Falls forward. And all of a sudden, 1,800 NASCAR officials and pit crew members jump on top of him and start ripping him apart. I have no idea why. And all of a sudden, everybody falls to the ground. NASCAR official breaks his knee. And Sam Mayer is bleeding all over the place because I think he was cut by something other than Ty Gibbs' face, maybe a visor from a helmet. I just think it was all like, Ty Gibbs should have took his helmet off. But honestly, he was taking his helmet off and he gets pushed. And I think it was a reactionary, like, all right, you want to go? Let's go, dude. And he just started fucking hitting him. We can't talk because we're not pro fighters and we're not in the same situation. But if I was taking my helmet off and a guy pushed me, I honestly see where I would be like, all right, well, fuck it then. Like, I'm not going to be like, hey, hold on 1 second, sir. Let me take this helmet off so you can hit me too. Look at Barb, gang.
That's what I was fucking saying this entire time. That if someone pushed me, I would not be like, oh,
I disagree. I disagree.
No, you shut the fuck up, Jacob. This is my
Fuck you,
Whoa!
Barb. I fucking hate you. I hate you so
Barb,
much.
gang, alive. Going on.
I am heated with this comment because I am the same way. I would not be the one to take off my helmet. Let me take it off. Now I will punch you in the face. I would be, okay, whack in the face because, yes, whatever, the helmet rule, whatever, I don't care. But also, Ty Gibbs is protecting his face and all that crap. But I would not be the one to take off my helmet before I swung after being shoved. Ty Gibbs is 100% in the right, and I will stand by that. Sam Mayer is a little bitch, and he can't drive a car because we saw this Xfinity series.
It's absolutely not true. I'll be the one that battles for Sam.
That Sam Mayer can't drive a fucking car. Incorrect,
Hear
sir.
y'all's
He
opinion.
got drove out by AJ Allmendinger. That's what caused the wreck. He fucking spun him out during the green flag.
I believe he didn't fucking. His launch was off, which
It
stacked
just
the
seemed
field,
like
and then
three
gets
guys
into
going
Noah
for
for no fucking reason.
$100,000.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Dinger
I'm
was
talking
going
about him getting
for
into Noah.
Sam
before
was going
this.
for it. But Sam walked up to him. Ty had plenty of time to take that damn helmet off. I don't give a shit. You take your helmet off and
Oh,
then you
fuck you.
scrap.
My thing is you don't go up and push a guy and then walk off.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. That's a pussy move. That's
I agree on both sides.
Yeah, I actually agree with you there. I mean, it's just part of the reaction.
Let's hear Dalton's fight experience notes.
Like I just say, I agree with Dakota and Parf here. I mean,
He does have fight experience, Dakota.
I've seen it with my own eyes.
if you know, you
Punch me in
know.
the ass.
If you know, you know.
I hope you're nervous.
Yeah, the fucking Walking Dead on my shirt.
That poor red M&M.
Oh shit. Well,
Where's the junior at?
wait, you mean Elliot?
Dalton, you should run the UFC.
What?
You should run the UFC.
Shut the fuck up. No, what I was gonna say was I completely agree, with the reaction part. And Ty Gibbs admitted it, in the post-race interview with somebody. And that's just kind of what drove him into, giving the old St. Mary the three-piece combo. But if I were him, honestly, I would have just smiled Garrett in his big ass head. If you know, you know.
Where we have both of those streams up, it sounds like he's sitting in a PA. Like we're sitting at a racetrack.
We're live at Martinsville Speedway.
Wait, is that me?
Yeah.
I really hope it doesn't sound that way on the stream.
All right.
I would love to see Parv at a fight.
Oh, Parv would fuck him up. Dude.
Dude, without a doubt. 100%. Full on.
I wish Ty would have just headbutted his ass with his helmet on.
Just
That's
cracked
all I
his
said.
skull.
Cody,
Yeah,
what
cracked
is-
his skull then in
Headbutted
the
his
air.
ass.
Cody, what's your take, Cody?
I mean, I think everybody else has already covered it, so I can't go into more detail. But I think that if you're gonna push somebody twice, back to back, while they have a helmet on, you're initiating a fight with two pushes.
Yeah. What did you think was gonna happen?
Right. Yeah. So I mean, I'm never gonna push a guy who is wearing a helmet or has a shield. It's because he couldn't have accepted a clean blow to the head. I mean, Sam still swung on him.
Did you see Sam never even hit him?
Oh,
Ty
yeah.
lit his ass up, and then Sam was just like, "Oh shit, oh fuck," and Ty grabbed Sam grabbed him, but nothing ever happened.
See,
Yeah,
I feel like
yeah.
Sam just thought he would intimidate him.
Ooh. All right, Jay Guap's in the comments. Y'all should all be familiar with our buddy Jay Guap. Do you think this is good or bad for NASCAR after this? fight happened?
Incredible.
It's-
Incredible.
Yeah, it's good.
There's
I
literally no
think there's
sliver of
win-win
that.
here. Xfinity just gained renewed highlights for the next year.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we haven't had anything that exciting since
Shout out
Was
Jay
it-
Guap.
was it Hemrick and
Noah.
Noah?
There you go.
No,
Yeah.
Gregson, yep.
Okay,
Yeah, we
well,
see
that's
that
different.
every weekend.
That's different.
Is it?
So
Is it different?
Yeah, because Chase, they didn't walk up shoving each other.
yeah, that was the whole thing. I mean, I was embarrassed by the whole Kevin wearing his helmet thing, but my thing was Kevin got out of the car heated and wasn't like, I'm gonna go up here and fight him. He just got out of the car mad and was like, oh yeah, my helmet's on. It seemed like Kevin went up there and was like, hey motherfucker, dude, fuck you. And Chase was like, you don't do that. You push me first. And Kevin would just happen to have his helmet on. I don't think them two were ever gonna fight.
No.
I think that was just more of a finger pointing contest, and Kevin happened to be wearing a helmet. But people, those two
Kevin
fan
Harvick
bases
fans
love to
stretch,
tee off
don't
about
they?
it. Yeah, but the Ty Sam thing, these two young boys were scrapping for 2 seconds. The biggest problem I have with it is the fucking crew members and NASCAR officials getting involved. Immediately when Ty gets out of the car, NASCAR official grabs him, puts his hands on him. I'd be like, dude, you need to back the fuck up. Don't touch me. That was my whole thing. Was immediately they start scooping them up. Every fight we always see is people jumping and get involved. I get it, that's their boys or that's their job maybe, but I was no, I think we need hockey rules, 2 minutes for instigating or something. Hey, when once blood's drawn or some guys are tired, let's pick them up.
Let me ask you guys a question here. So obviously they're not really going to fine drivers for fighting anymore. However, there was an official that got hurt. So do you think there's going to be any fines from that?
No, I think that's that official's own fault.
Yeah, I agree. I love hearing you talk right now.
Yeah.
Because of my echo or whatever.
Here at East Tennessee Raceway, we got the 23 coming out of 4.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Yeah.
Little bit nation.
No, I don't think anything's going to happen between any of the drivers, because they're still like, oh, they're going to figure it out next week. There's probably nothing going to happen. There shouldn't be at this point.
I mean, they're gonna figure it out next week, one way or another.
Yeah,
Or not next week. Xfinity's not racing this weekend, so
comments?
they're actually gonna have. Oh my god, they're gonna have a week to really sit and think about it, and then they're going to a super speedway.
Yeah, people, that's not over between the 1 and the 54, by no means. Especially when it comes playoff time.
It'll come back around.
Hey,
Yeah.
all this I think rooted from a badass little dash for cash we have in Xfinity series, and I for years have been wondering why we don't do something like this in Cup. Why don't we have a Winston Series million dash? I know we have the All-Star, whatever, but like let's do hey, if you can win all these 3 tracks, if you can win all 3 of them, we'll give you $1 million. Or do
Do you not remember like the No Bull challenge?
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The No Bull, like let's do something like that in the Cup Series. It would spice up these off races where we're like, I don't know nothing to talk about, but hey, so and so won some money, and then like
during the No Bull, we had so many more like back-to-back winners too.
To me it
So
puts
much
more
more often.
incentive.
Yeah.
I know we have stage racing, but like I just think the Cup could actually like get something from that. It'd be cool if one of the presenting sponsors was like, hey, we're going to sponsor this one. Y'all sponsor that one. We'll sponsor this one. And hey, if you win all 5, you get $1 million.
I mean, I would vote for it. Dakota, you should run NASCAR.
Dude, honestly, I think it's time I run NASCAR.
I'd vote for you.
But yet to summarize, it was literally a racing thing, right? Just
Sam Mayer's still a bitch. That's all I know. He's still a fucking bitch.
Jaguar live from the garage says, coming from team member view, they're told to stop it before it gets bad. I guess from team members or NASCAR. And as fans, we want to see fights, but there's too much negative from the garage side that can come from it, like an official getting hurt.
That's actually a really good take.
Yeah,
hey, that's insightful because we're we're barbaric about it. We're like, yeah, give it to us.
Cut his fucking head off.
They're like those people that are like getting hurt. Those are our like best friends and our bosses and our coworkers.
Yeah, I get it. Like if one of y'all was getting in a fight, I'm like, hey. Like, but then when we're watching TV, we're like, stop. Maybe Dalton. The rest of y'all are on your own.
Okay.
Yeah, you didn't yell hey when Cooper was fucking me up in your basement.
He actually was. There's video evidence.
Yeah,
I didn't even fuck you up. There was nothing that happened that insinuated me
Cooper
fucking
was
you
on
up.
50%.
Anyway, it's I think from a media perspective though, like to counter Jaguar, which it's not really a counter, but like it's great for viewership.
Yeah, I mean it's a fight in NASCAR. I mean Bleacher Report posted the video this week on their Twitter, and it was funny to see all the non-NASCAR fans posting on it. One woman said, I'm not going to absolutely quote her, but this is a paraphrase. She said, "Oh my God, is motorsports this violent?" And a bunch of people were just like trolling her, and they were like, "Yeah, actually, it is."
We need more of it. I feel like we're getting like kind of that spice back to NASCAR though again. Like it just seems like every week there's something that's like
I don't
crazy.
want to see fights every week, but
Right.
we need this once in a blue moon, and I want to see more of it in the Cup Series. How many fights have we seen in Xfinity now? This is like the 4th one in the last year and a half, which is awesome. It's great for the series. But it's like this isn't a fighting sport, but I want to see emotion. I want to see drama. I want to see tempers flare. I want to see Kyle Busch walk down to Joey Logano's pit and just throw a Hail Mary. I want that.
That was beautiful.
I feel like that was like Daniel Suarez and Michael McDowell in qualifying or some shit.
Yeah.
Phoenix. Like that was the last juicy one we have, and they still show that shit. It's like, that's fun. It's rivalries. It's gossip. It's fun to talk about.
I was pulling into a gas station responsibly and had it mounted up on my dash. And literally, like, driving through this gas station parking lot, Ty starts swinging. And, like, I just had so much adrenaline. Like, I'm, like, screaming in my car.
Whoa.
Yeah,
The
I'm
Leonardo
like,
DiCaprio meme. You're like, oh.
Yeah, and I mean, I was pumped for it. Like the rest of the night, like I had adrenaline because I'm like, yeah.
Hey, Jared in the comments.
So I think there's no like bad side to it because it'll ultimately fizzle out. Like if it does get like too bad, NASCAR is gonna handle it. Like those guys are not gonna like go and stab each other in in the bathroom stalls. Like they don't have to worry about that.
Yeah,
So
this isn't home tracks.
Yeah. Yeah, like it's fine.
Hey, does anybody remember who won the race?
This one?
Oh, Brandon
The
Jones.
Xfinity race.
Yeah,
Brandon
the Alex
Jones, yeah.
Bowman of the Xfinity series. Yeah.
Brandon Jones gets a win. It always seems like he wins. He capitalizes on these moments where something else happens, and people are like, "Yeah, shut up, dude, get out of here." And like, hey, good for him. I don't have anything for Brandon Jones. I do like he's from Georgia, but I don't like he doesn't do anything for me. I'm just kind of like, oh, Brandon.
You have a
Jones.
damn good other driver from Georgia.
Yeah, we have a bunch of them. I mean, except one. One of them's kind of in the closet, but Brandon Jones always underlies, gets these little wins, and keeps his career for another year solidified. Is like I don't know. He's just I think he'll always be in that 19 until he's like a net and just hangs it up.
You think they keep him that long?
I know.
I
don't see Brandon Jones going cup racing ever.
No. I feel like going in he's got to win. He's a playoff contender now. He goes on some crazy run and wins the championship.
Yeah,
possibility, right?
I could see him going to like a 38 car.
That's what. He's definitely. Joe Gibbs is going to have 2 open cars next season. I think maybe 3 if they rush tie up.
You're
somehow.
fucking hilarious.
Me?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because Martin Truex's contract is through 23, I believe. And I don't see Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch has still got some years in him.
I'm talking Xfinity. I'm saying Brendan Jones is getting dropped. He's not going to be running in that car.
Wow. What, goes to colleague?
Something like that. Like, that's what I see his move being.
I could see. All right, I totally see that. I thought you said he goes cup racing.
No,
You're
God,
fucking
no.
high.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
I thought, is Truex through 2023?
I think so.
Yeah, but he said, I read an article last
week. He said, if I don't have fun in these cars, I'm done.
No, well, that was last season. This season, somebody asked him to go back to that statement, and he said for people to come back and ask him around June, and he'll have made up his mind by then.
I mean, I don't know, man.
And that's for this season.
All right. Jared says Brandon Jones to the 4 car. I totally agree with that statement.
Bailey Curry's.
Bailey Curry's.
Bailey Curry is a wheel man. Don't even get me started.
How many guys are wheelmen in the Xfinity series? Like, I feel like just about
5.
all of them.
Yeah.
So,
Ryan Sieg is putting together a hell of a season, and he deserves some respect.
and he's a Georgia boy.
Is he?
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Quick shout out to a Tennessee boy. Joseph Newgarden won the Indy Cup race today.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
I saw Jimmy put it back in the tires.
Yeah. I mean, he's
I didn't even-
struggling. He's
honestly,
good on Opal.
Besides Jeff Gluck saying he said low as a Long Beach.
Mm-hmm.
He said that, and I didn't even know what that was.
Oh, dude, that's such an iconic track for the series.
He said, "Oh, and if you stayed up for F1, Long Beach is today," and I was like, "What's that?" And then I was like, and then I seen the clip of Jimmy Wrecking, and I was like, "Was there an IndyCar race today?"
It was actually pretty good. I just needed some kind of racing. Like I just needed some sense of normalcy.
Do you think Ty Gibbs does one more year in Xfinity, or do you think he goes Cup racing next year?
I think he goes Cup part-time.
With who?
I hate the little part-time thing. I like just throwing them to the Wolves. Throw them in the rookie season.
I could see Joe Gibbs making like a 5th part-time car and having him run for a couple races. Or maybe if 23XI somehow expands, that could be a possibility.
We got that red M&M just chilling out. That's just
shout out Red.
And then we got Tyrone to the 19 Cup. I think, all right, out of all of Joe Gibbs, I think it's between Denny Hamlin and Martin Truex on who retires first. Because I think Denny subsides and goes to a leadership role of just mentoring 2311 and or leaving Gibbs and running a 2311 car and opening that seat up. Like, make his own car in 2311.
Runs the 45.
Hey, if y'all don't want to fucking listen to me, I'll come over here and do it my fucking self. And comes over to 2311 and starts driving the cars and makes up his own fucking number and sponsor or some shit. And
he just goes to the 45.
Well, Kurt, yeah. I mean, how much longer has Kurt got?
I think after this year, I'm calling
Yeah.
it.
I think
Yeah.
Kurt his days are numbered. I love Kurt. I fucking love Kurt. But like, hey man, right off in the sunset, let's call this bad boy.
I think Denny's makes the most sense. Denny's car specifically because it could be like a friendly thing between him and
Yeah.
Joe.
And
It's
he's
like,
still
hey,
like,
I'm
hey,
still under
Joe,
contract with
give me
you.
those parts that we were talking about.
Yeah, exactly. I'm still under contract with you. Just throw me that much money and equipment, and I'll open up the seat for Ty to come up. I'm
Yeah.
going over to 2311.
That's a good point. That Denny might go over to 2311 and race there. Honestly, if he has more races like he had at Martinsville this past weekend, I see that happening for sure.
But but we can't forget the fact that he won last week.
He did, but like, oh my God, that's bad. That was.
I mean,
awful.
well, yeah, but I mean that's Toyota as a whole. But I mean, overall though, I think that Joe Gibbs is definitely going to see a new driver in a car next season. And if it's Joe Gibbs being historic, then he's absolutely going to rush Ty up because he rushed.
That's the only
Joey
thing I
up,
hate.
and he rushed Daniel up too.
I think these guys got talent, but I hate seeing these guys get rushed up. Joey Logano, William Byron, Chase Elliott. I think it's kind of like, oh, they're fucking good. We need to put them in cup car. They're gonna win. And it's like, oh, it takes like 2 or 3 years before they finally get the ball.
I mean, in a
rolling.
way too, you could also say Alex Bowman. I know
Yeah,
he had
Alex
like a
Bowman.
weird career, but he's
Harrison
like
Burton.
developing.
To me-
I think Harrison was definitely rushed. I don't know. And then that's what I say with Noah. I think Noah is finally fully groomed. I think Noah's ready. I really hope he gets a good seat somewhere. I hope it's not a 38 car. I hope it's something competitive. I don't know where he would go though. I think his ties are with Chevy, but it's like I don't like seeing these guys going to tear. I think Ty would be great to do full time this year, full time next year, and then Truex retire and he goes straight to the 19.
See, what I see happening, I think, if Ty Gibbs goes out and wins the championship this year for the Xfinity, I think he'll get rushed up to the Cup Series. But I think if I feel like he's a Final Four person already for the championship series. But if he doesn't get the championship, I feel like he will do one more year. And if Truex stays this year, like coming up next year, and then retires, then Ty Gibbs will take the 19. Then I think 2 years, if he doesn't win the championship, if he wins this year, he'll go out and probably get a Cup car.
Spicy take. I don't think there will be a 19 car when Ty Gibbs.
Ooh, what number do they put it? The 54?
Yes, I think the 19 is gone.
Okay.
I could see that. I'm okay with that. Does Monster follow Ty all the way to Cup? When
Oh,
Kurt
hell yeah.
I think Kurt retires in a year or two, and Monster just full time with Ty, a full time Joe Gibbs Monster 54 car in Cup, and Ty goes on a fucking tear. I like Ty, but he loses me with all the vanilla happy bullshit.
Well, hell,
But this whole
what did
little
we just see?
this whole little fisticuffs thing's got me like, okay, Ty.
Yeah, I mean, he is also though. It's kind of like he's like
about it.
being groomed to go straight to the 18 as well, because like he is having like a sudden heel turn, and we can never now like forever. There can never be like a nice guy in the 18.
No. Well, the thing I also see is, as much as I admire Kyle Busch, is it would be totally, to me, fit his demeanor to just fucking mic drop retire. Like, just totally, like, not like, hey, my contract's up in 2026 and I'm probably going to race to then. No, he's going to be like,
A Carl
hey,
Edwards.
so this is it.
Yeah.
What if I were to tell you I actually see it?
Yeah.
I'm dead serious.
I could totally see it.
Because Kyle just doesn't look happy at all right now. Like, I mean, if you watch his like interviews, like during practice hours or qualifying, he just sounds like so depressed.
How
like,
much serotonin?
What was
do you
he
think
bitching
you're
about the other
pumping,
day?
though, with Bayshore on your
What?
box? How much serotonin are you pumping with Bayshore on your box?
Can I just
Good
point
question.
something out though? Has Kyle Busch ever looked happy? Ever?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Like after 2015 when he had his son and it stayed for like a while. I feel like after 2019 or halfway through 2019 is when all that started, mostly because of the infertility issues that him and Samantha were having.
Jesus, none of our business.
But well, I mean, I know it's not. I know it's not, but like that's the fact of the matter. And that's what he said at the awards banquet that year. That's why he was so mad about that. And then it just went this year for some reason. I don't know why.
Damn it, Dakota.
What I do?
Uh,
What I do?
Cooper. Well, I think you're referring to is he was talking about the dirt on
Oh
Bristol.
yeah, he was bitching about
And-
Bristol Dirt. Yeah.
agree.
Disagree with his take.
I agree 100%.
What'd he say? What'd he say?
He said
He
that
was-
it takes the sport backwards.
He said the dirt race was a fucking joke.
He basically agreed with Richard Petty last year.
Who?
And I disagree with the King, and I disagree with Kyle Busch on that take. Cause dirt
Oh my
on Bristol
God.
is fantastic.
Parvis made a total 180 as a person.
No, I still love the King. I'm just saying that take is off.
It's a BFT. It's 100% a BFT.
All y'all got BFTs. Fuck Bristol Dirt.
Bristol Dirt it's going to be sold out again.
Bullshit.
But get fucked. It's going to be sold out again. Guaranteed.
Announcer Dalton giving his echoed bullshit.
All right.
Well, they already
Wait,
got
let's take a poll real quick.
quick.
Raise your hand if you're excited for Bristol Dirt. Raise your hand. All right, raise your hand if you are a boomer who doesn't like change.
Parv and I have been
Swing
texting
away,
through
Parv.
this. Parv and I have
No.
been texting through this entire
It'll
podcast.
still
He's
fucking
just
suck.
No, what
avoiding-
is it?
Yeah.
What is it? NASCAR's hate. NASCAR fans hate is they hate change and they hate the way things are.
Yeah, yeah,
That's the definition.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's it exactly. But yeah. So Joe Gibbs, Kyle Busch, Ty Gibbs is going to the Cup.
Yeah, that is a given, and I'm sure we'll find that out sooner than later. But dude, we went Martinsville Cup racing.
We did.
We went to Cody, you were there, a fucking cup race at Martinsville, and I think we were all really excited on what we were going to see, and we were all really looking forward to a big old badass Martinsville race. I'll let you take it away since you were there and lead us into what we thought about this bad boy. Cody, what did you think about being at this race?
So I went to Martinsville Fall last year too. So this was my second time to Martinsville.
Ooh.
Um,
How far of
they-
a drive is that?
it's a 3 hour and 1 minute away from my driveway.
Oh, that ain't shit, boy.
No, it wasn't too bad at all. On my way there though, I drove through like rain, and then immediately from rain, it went to like blizzard-like conditions. Visibility was like
You're like, wait, we're
0.
going to a race?
Yeah,
Shit.
and then like NASCAR magic, the clouds part, and like I come over the crest, and then it's sunny, so we're like, yeah, it's gonna be a decent day. It's a little nippy, but it's gonna be decent. And then a cold front comes through. That snowstorm that I drove through initially was like working its way through, and like temperatures just dropped like that. So we're walking around. They got
It
the
looked
whole
like
thing.
it was freezing.
Oh, dude, it was. So they had their setup a lot like Bristol does, as far as like a lot of fan engagement and interaction. You have the official lot, and then up around the hill, you have all the white tents. So we walked through all that. Find some really cool stuff in the white tents. I got a this is like dorky, but it's a Kentucky Motor Speedway seat cushion. It was
That's
like brand
kinda
new,
dope.
and it was only like $6. So I was like, yeah, I
Why
have to get
not?
this. Yeah,
That's what we call NASCAR fossils.
right. Yeah, exactly.
That's a-
So
I have a
we do
Texas
all
Motor
that.
Speedway seat cushion that Felicia
you?
found at Goodwill.
See,
She said I got this. It was Texas Motor Speedway. I've never been to Texas, but it was like, so I saw it was at Goodwill, so I bought it for you.
Dude,
I was like,
anytime I see anything NASCAR at Goodwill, I'm automatically like, well, I gotta buy it. So
Well, question: was it colder than the Dirt Nationals? Was it colder than that?
so surprisingly not.
Jeez,
But
okay.
the night
That was bad.
you were there, it was probably
Oh.
about the same then, because the night before was
What
the
else did
bad
you buy,
night.
Cody? Jared asked.
Oh my god, it's in my car, and I wanted to debut it.
It says
It
you're
is-
forgetting something.
We got
It
Tom.
is it is a Friends of Digger hat, brand new.
Oh my
Never
god.
been worn.
You
by
would
Friends
buy
of
some
Digger.
dumb shit like that.
Jared got a
Fucking
matching
nostalgia.
one. Dude, it was $5. $5.
nostalgia.
No, and all them times you're like, man, I'm crunched on money. I bought a seat cushion. I bought a Friends of Digger hat.
Yeah, sorry.
That's pretty dope. That's a pretty dope find.
Thank you.
Not many. Do you think that like the newer generation of fans coming in will ever understand what digger means?
Absolutely not. No, nobody. There was like a full blown
R.I.P.
article.
Rattlesnake.
Do what?
Oh, we had a fan of ours, Nick, got Rattlesnake a Suarez Mexican flag hat. Is it
I
RIP
think I know.
Rattlesnake?
I think I know which one.
Oh shit! I want to go to a white tents with you one time, Cody.
Yeah, for sure, dude. At Bristol, they are huge.
Oh, I
huge.
know.
And
I know.
if we would have had like an endless amount of money, I would have like had my Kia strapped down with like body parts.
Dakota, are you coming to Bristol Dirt?
No,
Fuck no. I wish I could. I'll be there in spirit. It's
Okay.
logistically not gonna work for me. I'm not
Hey.
against it. It's just not gonna work.
I'll heckle him into it, like he heckles me into coming to races last minute.
Come to Dega, please.
No,
Honestly, I was like, if you came to Dega, that'd be 3 races in a row for you. God, that is fucking ugly.
It is a bad hat.
That is
a
fucking
bad
ugly. I
hat.
would have never
love
thought
it.
about buying that.
I love it, but it's so
dude,
bad.
it's incredible. Yeah, this is the adventure of Digger and friends.
It looks like a fucking Monster Jam hat.
Damn.
Yeah, but anyway, so let me get back to I'm walking through, and then the temperature just absolutely drops. We're sitting in the stands, and then poor Blaney's out there doing like a driver interview on the stage, and it just starts sleeting, bro. Just like I'm getting pecked with like ice drops. And then
And those drivers were wearing like these huge parka jackets. Like they looked like they were
dude,
freezing.
they needed them. Nobody was over exaggerating, so it was like 34 degrees, and like the wind chill is there. Like it was cold, and then it rained a decent amount. And I noticed the stands were really full before the first rain. After that rain, I would say 10% of people left entirely.
Just didn't come back.
It got filled. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like,
You
it was
just-
around me. So like I visually saw like just a huge like hole open up in my
A lot of
area.
people already said, "Fuck this."
Yeah. So and I think because if you look at the start of the race, I noticed this on the highlights. The place is packed. And then at the start of the green flag for the race itself, after the temperature dropped and everything, the stands were so much emptier.
Our friend said it was super windy up there too.
It was rough.
Cold wind.
I was hurting by the end of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
those are miserable.
Yeah. But
I
mean,
honestly
it was
think
fun.
Martinsville night race, like that sounds more of like a May-June thing.
Yeah, and the weather would be immaculate for that too.
Yeah.
In the mountains, like that cool wind's gonna be blowing through. God,
Yeah.
that would be a fun one to tailgate. But I mean, I think doing a night race this early in the year is stupid anyway. No matter
Yeah.
what. But the weather leads us into like a big topic to talk about in the race. People had hard time passing. There was no tire wear whatsoever.
Very clear on TV that it was hard to pass. Austin Dillon didn't have a problem passing anybody, it seemed. So that
Not at all.
automatically null and voids that argument, which is where a lot of guys seem to have complained that it was hard to pass. We've seen a lot of single file, follow the leader type racing. I was not expecting that, really. I was thinking, like, man, the Clash, they were beating and banging. I think here's going to be elevated with that. Did not see that. However, Austin Dillon was mowing through the fucking field on a long run. So kind of makes me like on the fence of, well, was it hard to pass or are y'all just being bitches? I don't know.
Well, and also too, the drivers had different takes on why it was hard to pass.
Yeah.
Some people said that it was because of the weather. Blaney specifically said that he didn't think it was because of the weather at all. He said he just thinks it's because of the new car. But I mean, as far as people who said it wasn't hard to pass at all, Chastain and Dillon immediately were just like, yeah, it wasn't hard to pass. But also, on the other hand, those two guys are the ones I expect to knock people off their front bumper pretty much all night long.
I mean, you couldn't even pass on new tires. I mean, Chase Elliott and Kyle Busch both pitted on one pit stop and could not make their way back to the front. I feel like what caused that race to be so bad, I feel like was the 670 horsepower, just because they're racing the corner speeds, and that's kind of been the killer of how that happens. And I've said this for a long time now. Like, when you raise corner speeds, it just does not provide good racing anywhere. So that's how I think it was bad.
Dalton, I love how technical you get with your responses.
It is technical.
Well, that's because he is trying to run NASCAR.
Like Dalton is literally like our in-house crew chief. He's our Larry Mack.
Have you seen his opinions on his Kyle Busch's crew chief?
Yeah.
So
Firebin Bayshore. Firebin Bayshore.
so
Is it Bayshore or Bayshore? Because I'm done with
I don't give a fuck. He fucking sucks. That's what I'm gonna say.
So which one is it? Because I say Bayshore because you do. So now I guess I'm stupid.
Ben
It's been-
Bashore. It sounds
It's been
really
it's
easy.
been suck ass Bashore. That's what I
Oh,
say.
so it's Bayshore.
Damn.
I've been calling him
Bayshore.
Bayshore because that's what Dalton called him.
Apparently it is Bayshore, but he still fucking sucks either way.
Didn't he
So,
finish top 10 again? It's like the second
he
week.
got 7th, dude. Ben Bashore sucks ass.
That's the second week in a row. Dalton's like, he sucks terribly. And it's like top 10. I'm like, all right.
Well, I finally gave him credit on the live stream last night. He did say he finally made a good call on the final pit stop for pitting, and it got us to 7th, which he should have finished 15th to be fair. But I kind of got mad at him again because I found leaked audio at the Atlanta race where apparently they worked on Kyle's car for no reason. So
I heard that today. Yeah.
I ran a poll.
so Ben owes Kyle 4 laps.
The LTC Twitter ran a poll last night, and it said, did this race make you worried about Gen 7 on short tracks? Are you guys ready for the response? This is 97 votes. 73% of people said yes. 27% said no.
How many
Where do you
votes
guys
was it?
fall?
97.
97.
Damn, dude, y'all blowing up. So
That's everybody who said that is fucking stupid.
I
Whoa.
don't honestly. I'll start off. I'm not worried. I don't see this race and go, oh my god, the Gen 7 fucking ruined short track racing. I don't think like that. I'm honestly like, hey, it was a cold, freezing fucking night race. This was the first real short track run. I mean, Richmond is what it is. Richmond's been boring for 10 years now, so I'm not even gonna be like it ruined Richmond. I thought Richmond was a fun strategy race, but Martinsville, this did flip a switch where I was like, yo, this is not what I was expecting. But there was cold temps, night race, these cars, they got 20 minutes of practice. I think it's a learning curve. I don't expect the fall race to look like this race. I hope. I don't know. I'd like to see you give me 5 more of these races, short, Martinsville races with this car, and they look like that. That's when I'll say, okay, this car ruined short track racing.
Yeah, and I agree. I saw that tweet yesterday. That Gen 7 ruined short tracks, and I thought that was a BFT from hell. That's not true at all. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. This is the first time that we've been at Martinsville with Gen 7. I can think when the COT came through, boys, my COT people in here, let's think about it. Was racing the best when the COT first came out?
No, it's a learning curve,
First
bro.
race. That first race at Bristol.
It was awful. It was terrible. People were bitching about it and was like, this car just ruined
This
Bristol.
sucks. Oh my god, it ruined it. 670s were terrible.
And what happened in 2010? 2010, 2011, it became some of the best night races ever. I mean, Kyle Busch was sweeping the shit out of them, and he won almost every one of them. But I mean, it was great racing. It's going to take some time. It's going to take. It's evolved.
Yeah.
It's going to evolve. That's
Almost back to our young generation short race crowd is like, yeah, this one race and all of a sudden fuck the next gen, fuck everything, fuck 670. It's like, dude, Jesus Christ, let's get down the line. We've seen amazing racing so far this year, better than we've ever seen. And then we get one like, okay, this kind of was boring. And now we're like, fuck the next gen. Screw this. It sucks. 670 sucks. It's like, no, dude. Like, okay, you take it on the chin and you keep moving on. Let's go. I'm honestly, after that boring ass race I saw last night, and I don't ever call races boring, but it's like, I'm looking forward to Bristol Dirt now. I honestly, 2 days ago, was not looking forward to Bristol Dirt. I was like, let's get this over with. But now I'm like, oh, well, it's got to be better than what I just watched.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think the race was kind of terrible last night. It sucks, but I'm not going to behead NASCAR and burn it to the ground because that race sucked.
So from the stands, it was pretty fun. Of course,
that was what I thought too, because Atlanta was
Right.
awesome and people
Yeah.
hated it. So I was thinking you probably had a great time. You probably
Right,
enjoyed
and
the race.
I was setting just a little bit out, like coming out of turn 4. So like, you expect a lot of action there. How many times do you remember in your entire life that we've raced in under 40-degree weather? Right, like it's such a small amount of times. Yeah, so we're taking these already. Like everybody already has a problem with tire wear. Like that's not a new issue. A lot of people think that these tires are like too strong, right? So they're wanting softer tires. Well, they bring their hard tire, or their softest tire, which is still super hard. It's cold. Those cars can never get to where they need to be. The heat can never get to where it needs to be. And these tires they don't throw out any rubber. They lay down nothing. I set row 6. I took no rubber debris. None at all. Like
Well,
Summer, I think she
They
said she
showed a
got hit
picture
by
during
one
the
too.
stream or during the broadcast at like halfway. They had a video of before the race and then a video after, and the turn looked the exact same.
Yeah, there was no rubber whatsoever being laid down ever. On restarts, nothing ever kicked up. I haven't checked yet just because of current weather trends.
It's supposed to be
I-
like 30% rain and then like high 60s.
I don't like. I keep an eye on the weather for race weekends, but I don't give it justification till like Wednesday or Thursday.
Saturday,
I feel that's when I'm like, okay, this is getting accurate. 10 days out, I'm like, that shit can change overnight.
Yeah, and I mean, living here specifically, like the weather trend right now, you do not know until the day before. Honestly,
Yeah.
like that's the way.
If it says a 90% chance rain tomorrow, it's probably accurate. If it says 90% chance rain next Sunday, that can change.
Dude,
Yeah,
it was
right now,
cold as
Saturday.
fuck yesterday, and it was warm as shit here today.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Same here.
it's supposed to be
Yeah.
like 80
Welcome to the
tomorrow, I
South,
think.
bitches.
Yeah. So, but cold dirt racing is going to provide a little bit better than like hot dirt racing because I mean the track is a lot different as far as like
It
surface
could be
goes.
sticky tacky.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm not a big dirt guy, so I can't like tell you what the racing's going to look like hot versus cold.
We're already
but-
transitioning into Bristol Dirt. We didn't even talk about who won.
I know,
Martinsville.
yeah, but just the lack of tire wear is what made this race boring for me. In the stands, nothing big ever happened, like anywhere near me.
I think Suarez gave us our money's worth at that.
Yeah.
Suarez
Well, and
was the only
Bubba-
person hitting anybody.
Bubba staying on the lead lap over Chase was incredible.
I want
like,
a
that was
silent
good
prayer
thing to
request
watch.
for Cole Custer. Cole Custer was racing his fucking balls off. It stayed in top 5 for like all of stage 1. First pit stop and the pit crew fucking fails him. And I literally was my buds here. I said, watch him finish like 21st now. And he never recovers. And he never did. He stayed in like
I think he finished
20s.
21st.
Yeah, he stayed back there, never came back through, and it was literally a track position race. And
Which
I
is
literally
weird
was
for
like, dude,
Martinsville.
he was kicking he was up to like second at one point straight up. And I was like, wow, Cole Custer having the race of his life. And then the crew screwed him. I mean, shit happens, but I was like, man, that sucks.
Rest
Yeah,
in
I mean-
peace to my fantasy, honestly. I had him
Oh,
too.
shit.
Yeah.
That's rough, but I don't know. We couldn't race like double file, so I mean, it was literally all just. It was a pit stop race.
It seemed like a lot of riding around. And I hate like I will definitely give this. I'm gonna ask you all y'all's race rating in a minute. I'm gonna definitely put this as my least favorite race of the season so far. And who would have guessed at the beginning of the year you'd say Martinsville was gonna be your least favorite race?
Well, can we talk about Chase Elliott for a second? And like what the hell was that
No.
call? That's fair. But like what the hell was that call? They pull him down to get tires and he's up front. He's running fine. And they pull him down to get tires and the dude never recovered after that. ever.
Well, I think it was a good call. I think that was the right call. I think they should have took 8 tires. And no,
Tires.
but Chase Elliott, I was thinking to myself when we got halfway, what Chase Elliott was dominating, couldn't even William Byron ran him down, couldn't pass him, and I was like, watch Chase lead every lap of this race and win, and this be like a 97% great race.
I would have
Yeah.
had if Chase would have led every single lap, I would have had the best time out of anybody in that
Oh
crowd.
God. Ugh. So that takes me to Cody. I sent you that screenshot. Did you see the Jeff Gluck poll?
I did.
We're
Yeah.
gonna talk about our episodes. I've never seen it look like this, and I can't say I don't agree with it. Is Jeff Gluck's poll right now is 1882 with 82% no with like 29,000 votes.
Damn.
82% no, this wasn't a good race
For Martinsville.
for Martinsville. I'm gonna assume that's the lowest of Martinsville races. But yeah, I've never seen one trend like that where just obviously no, it was a shitty fucking race. And I voted yes on it. I never vote no, but I voted yes on it, and I was like, when I seen it, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, I think it's just quick to judge, like we were talking about earlier.
I don't know. I'm a day late. I usually always wait till the next day, and I'm like, okay, let's think about it wasn't that bad. No, I still don't like what I watched Saturday night.
It was just too many like crazy circumstances, and the race suffered for it.
It was a bad mix.
Yeah, it's just, that weather sucked, and that weather like definitely like played into it. It was cold. I'm not worried at all about the cars So that
No.
makes me like not as bitter at the race itself. But like as far as being in person, like that ran very close with Atlanta last year, Atlanta Spring, for
I'll
like
give you that.
being in person and seeing it.
Yeah.
I love being at a NASCAR race, so it's great by default, but it's not one of my favorites I've watched in person.
That was honestly Martinsville last year for me. The race that we all
I
went to.
bet it was.
Well, I mean, yeah, that being said, but I was actually talking to Dad about some of the tracks because, Dad's only been to a very few tracks. When I was telling him about it, I said, honestly, Martinsville, it's a great racetrack on television, in my own personal opinion. I don't think it's the best racing in person. That was
like one of the most exciting races last year, in my opinion.
yeah.
Bowman just like wrecking balling through the crowd.
Well,
Like,
the end was great, but
Speaking of which, did anyone notice fucking Roush Racing showing up for half the race yesterday?
Oh, here we go.
and then I noticed him way in the back.
Oh, Dakota, my man.
Dude,
Listen,
Brad K was up there in like fucking 7th, and then fucking Busher was up there for a minute. I mean, they kind of fell off, but damn, Roush looked like they were back, dude.
Roush is back, baby. Dakota, you just took the words right out of my mouth. They've been back. They're coming back. They're here. Roush is here. RFK is okay. No one can change my mind.
I think Brad gets a win this year. I honestly
100%.
does. I think he wins Talladega.
Bristol Dirt. Watch it be
I don't
something
know.
fucking obscure.
No, I just think Brad wins Talladega and like burns it to the fucking ground.
I think Brad's going to win at Watkins Glen this year.
That'd be
Hey,
cool.
Cody.
Nice.
What's up, Cody? How you doing?
I honestly didn't have an issue with the race last night. I thought it was great. I guess it's just my bias showing just because Austin Dillon was like a fucking wrecking ball yesterday, just plowing through anyone. Like him and Bowman were making contact, and I don't know. I thought it was great. I just like seeing Dillon be competitive. He was the only competitive guy out there practically, so.
Well,
I
that
just
was
noticed our banner and font color got changed to Kyle Busch's fucking car color. Who did that?
Whoops.
Oh, that is funny.
Well,
You know-
I mean, technically, it's our same color as our new profile pic, so
Yeah, that is true.
think of it like that. Oh man, go Vols! Oh,
I don't know, but dude, I mean, I appreciate what it was worth. Like, hey, sometimes races are gonna be this way, but this one was it was bad, man. It was not fun to watch. Literally, I had some friends over, like, hey, man, my NASCAR buds, like, hey, y'all want to get together and watch the Martinsville night race Saturday? Like, hell yeah, they came over and stuff. We're gonna watch the night race. And like halfway through, I looked over, my buddy was laying on the couch, like about to fall asleep, and I was like, dude, like, and we were all like, well, this isn't what I thought it was gonna be.
Do you think it's any different from the races from the 90s? Because me and Cody's talked about this a lot. The races from the 90s, I mean, obviously that's where the most nostalgia comes from. And with nostalgia comes bias. But do you think that was any different from, I'd say, 97, 98, early 2000s?
No, I think, and that's the thing too. People are like, we want the good old days. It's like, you didn't watch the good old days. You don't know what that was. You don't even know what that means. It's like,
Richard Petty winning by 5 laps.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
second place is 13 laps down. Like, shut the fuck up. People wouldn't have made it or survived back then. But we have Twitter now. We have Instagram. I can watch the race on my phone. Is like, that's the whole thing with we want short shit. Is no, it's not the same as what it used to be. But we're trying to get back to what we used to be. But then we're going to complain about what it looks like because that's what it used to be. I don't know. I just think we need to take everything with a grain of salt. Some races are going to be fun. Some are going to be bad. I've seen boring Daytona races. I've seen fun Daytona races. I've seen awesome Martinsville races. I've seen boring Martinsville races. Like, they're not all going to be barn burners, and we need to accept that and just keep fucking watching.
I agree 100%.
Ooh. Back to RFK, dude. Are we talking about how Brad is still not even 30th in points?
Yeah, they lost that appeal.
Yeah.
Sucks for them. It doesn't matter though. Brad will get in. Honestly, man, I've got a weird feeling that Busher might win this year too.
Really?
I think they both go to victory lane.
Homestead.
No, it's not going to be Homestead.
Did he won stage 2 there last year?
He did. He did.
That doesn't mean he's going to do it again.
Yeah, no,
Busher wins Texas.
Ooh, hot take.
Ooh.
I think it's going to be super speedways for both of them.
Chad gets it.
Wonderful.
Nice.
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 I think it's going to be Daytona for Brad, Talladega for Brad, Daytona for Busher. But not
Series ender. Series ender.
Yes.
I don't know.
Who finished second last year?
Cooper, when you said Texas, do you mean the fucking All-Star race?
Yeah.
Lord be mercy.
Yeah.
But hey, Willie B, our first multi-winner of the season 2022. Willie B has won 2 of the last 4 races. Did anyone even say that? I don't think Fox did because I don't think Fox was there. But William Byron gets the second win of the year, the first to do it. That's what is that our 7th race, 6th winner, or 8th race, 7th winner? What is
I think
that?
it's 8th and 7th.
8th and 7th winner. So I think we could get to 16. Honestly, I haven't seen one guy like dominate. I guess William Byron's kind of looking strong here. Rosh Hassan looked strong, last 5 races, but I kind of feel like every race is up for grabs.
Yeah, and I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think Byron is now going to be the face of Hendrick. As far as performance.
I mean, yeah, I think he's shown that he probably will have the stronger year. But then again, we're still early into these cars. They might come to Larson and Chase better and like go out of favor of Bowman.
What about
and
Bowman?
Byron.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think Willie B is the new young dog at Hendrick. He is.
I don't mind it. I think Willie B is emerging.
He's a likable guy.
It's just Hendrick. Okay, I just think about the history of Hendrick Motorsports. Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson.
Like their flowers bloom too close together.
I wish all of Hendrick would have some drivers with a little more huevos and a little more pizzazz. I feel like all 4 drivers are boring ass losers. They're all really good drivers. I feel like they're boring as hell. I could rather watch paint dry. Yeah, Kyle Larson's badass, but I mean, cool, dude. He wears Vans, I guess. Alex Bowman. I mean, we all know we're waiting for that one to bloom. William Byron. I mean, poor Erin Blaney. She's so bored and tired of that. Just missionary every night. It's so boring. And then don't get me started about fucking Chase Elliott. I think, dude, the guy couldn't fucking cut grass. He sucks so much ass. I can't stand Chase Elliott. But dude, I just feel like Hendricks used to be like, yeah, what's up? We're fucking good, dude. Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson, Dale Jr. Now it's these boring ass starfish dudes, and they fucking suck, man. I can't say like they're all good. I'm not denying they are all fucking good drivers, but off the track, I'd rather like just go watch golf.
This was the weekend to do that. I mean, it really was.
Yes.
I've never heard that before. He couldn't cut grass. That's a great. I'm going to use that from here on out. Motherfucker couldn't cut grass.
I don't think that everybody in the sport needs to be like rowdy though. Like I don't think everybody not
those
everybody
are rare
needs to,
jewels.
Yeah, because I mean, if we flood, like if all of NASCAR was like dirt drivers, like I think I would be like happy when like a Chase Elliott shows up, because like every dirt driver like works at a coal mine.
I will say that every Hendrick driver does have a certain octave, and that's That's how they all sound.
Yeah, exactly.
They do sound like when they talk.
I don't know, man. I just like, I don't want everybody to be like rowdy. I just think we need more drivers with more character, more personality. Noah Gregson, everybody fucking loves him. He gets out and shotguns beers with fans. Like, what's not to love about that? I don't want every driver to do that, but I like Willie B. But fuck, I'm not gonna wear a William Byron hat. He's so fucking boring. Alex Bowman, he can't even get it. He doesn't even get excited when he wins. He's like, oh my god, we did it. Like,
he showed more emotion at Coda than he ever has with a fucking win before. Like he was so upset at Coda.
I don't know, man. I can't do it. I can't do it with them. But I mean, Martinsville was a boring fest. I'm glad you had fun, Cody, and stayed warm somewhat. But if you guys, all of y'all, if y'all were gonna rate this race 1 through 10, what would you give this race rating?
I give it
I'd
an
give
8.
it an 8. I'd give it a 7.
That's just my bias, though. Just my bias. I give it an 8.
Are you fucking serious?
Straight up.
Now y'all just being generous or something?
I would say it's 7.1. I wouldn't say it's the worst race I've ever seen.
No, I give it an 8 just because of Austin Dillon. That's it.
I'm gonna give it a 4.7. I was there.
What?
I
I would give Richmond like a 4.5.
Yeah.
End of Richmond made it an 8.
Oh,
No.
not even that helped it, in my opinion. I think Richmond's still the worst race of the year.
So I gave
agree.
Richmond a 6.3, and that'll just let you know as I'm rolling into Martinsville. I'm giving Martinsville a 4.0. And
Damn.
that's where I'm
Don, what do
leaving.
you have?
What?
What do you give it? Don? I'll let you go before me.
Oh, okay. I'm going 4.6.
I'll go in the middle. Give it a 5.
This just in from our long lost partner Rattlesnake on his where he travels is giving the race a 4.3.
4.3. Okay. I think I said 4.7. I was there, so that like buffs it up.
Yeah, that is very generous of you and all of y'all. I don't know how the fuck this cleared a 5, but yeah, this is
You
my
said
lowest
1 through 10.
Yeah, no, I know, and some people gave it an 8.
Oh, I see.
So yeah, that's my lowest rated race of the year. I would have never guessed it'd been Martinsville. But hell, we're going dirt racing next week. Some of y'all are all of y'all gonna be there?
Except Parv's bitch ass.
Damn.
He has every opportunity to come, but
It's Easter,
won't.
dude. He's got to see his family and stuff.
Parv, if you come into town and I find out, I'll slash your tires.
Damn.
Parv will be in town.
Yeah, just watch.
You're a fucking liar, Parv.
Damn.
He's lying.
Dude.
He's lying. Yeah,
I'm gonna go to
racing, we got-
McDonald's on Friday and see your bitch ass working too.
McDonald's.
No,
Oh my
no,
God.
I live right across the street from him. I could go kidnap his ass if y'all want me to.
There you
Ooh.
go.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Dalton's been training.
We got trucks and we got cup. So Dakota, we kind of do our thing the same way. We roll through the trucks and we give just one flat out. And then for the cup, we do our underdog and our main pick.
Good. That's gonna be perfect because I was gonna ask y'all's underdogs and winner pick.
Okay, sweet.
I
So
would
let's
like
start
to-
with the trucks.
I would like to go first in the Cup Series. I just want to say that before we start.
You got it. Truck Series dirt action at Bristol. Who are
Let's
we
get it.
taking and why? Somebody just take over.
Screw it. I'll go first here. Joey Logano gets it done at truck. Gets it done. Trucks.
Fuck.
Dalton.
This is kind of tough. I kind of wish we would wait until the entry list would be released just to see if there is any more Cup guys entering.
Oh, don't be a bitch.
All right, bitch. Fuck it. I don't even know. So I'll just stay with one of my KBM boys. I'll do Chandler Smith.
Truck pick, I'll go. Dirt racing is always wacky and crazy. We do it so often. We could see some guys shine. But I am going to take Chandler Smith.
Oh, okay.
Welcome
Big
to the
another
club.
KBM. Well, no one else is gonna say it. I'll say it. He tested the next gen car, and he's a little dirt batty himself. His wife gets down and dirty, as you have noticed. Stuart Friesen in the 52 truck is gonna win this thing because he's a dirt legend, and he's already tested the Is it like they calling it progressive banking? They changed the banking this year for the dirt race, right?
Yep.
I
So
think
with
it's gonna be a little different.
yeah, they're adding more of a cushion, and I noticed in the racing that I've seen so far up there that top line does develop pretty well. So that will be exciting.
I think we'll be in for a better show.
Yeah.
Oh,
for
Last
sure.
year was a
100%.
last
Well,
year was a trial.
I mean, it
This
was
is,
it was
like, gonna be the
super
real deal.
wet still though. Like, I mean, that race
You
could have
say
been a
that
lot
again.
better had that rain not came and like flooded the literal track.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. It'll be
Okay.
fun.
Thank you, Dakota. I'm going with Stuart Friesen as well for that dirt legend.
My boy. Great minds think alike.
Yes, sir.
All right. So I had to think about this one pretty hard, honestly. I've been thinking about the truck series specifically all week long. And there's a reason I'm going on a long tangent because my pick is going to be a little bit outside the box this weekend. Yeah, of course, you got Kyle Busch, Joey Logano running, Stuart Friesen, who's got dirt background. But I think a vet's going to win this from the truck series. And I think it's going to be none other than that 88 truck of Matt Crafton.
Dude, I like that pick as well. I like that pick.
I think Matt's going to do a good job. So that's my pick for the trucks.
I'm literally a Matt Crafton boy.
Can't
He's like my
hate it.
favorite truck racer.
He's a great driver.
Yeah.
Cole is with Harv.
Okay. Of course he is. Cole's a little Joey fan. He got to see him win at his first ever NASCAR race last year.
That Joey truck with a 54 font gives me AIDS just looking at it.
That explains a lot, Dalton.
Yeah. So trucks, we got the Cup.
All right. So for my underdog, I'm going to go with someone just, Kyle Larson.
For Jacob.
He's the underdog. But for my main series prediction, I already talked to Cody about this. There's one man who has been on my mind since last week's podcast, and I could not get his name out of my head to win this race. And I hated it the longest time. And I want to stick with the guy who's been in my head the whole entire week. He is going to go back to back at winning the Bristol Dirt.
Fuck off.
Joey Logano is going to go into victory lane, winning the Truck Series, winning the Cup Series last year, winning it again this year.
Fuck the fuck off.
I could totally see that happening.
Let it be known that on the April the 10th at 9:44 p.m.,
No one will go back and clip
Harv
this.
actually picked Joey Logano.
Oh shit.
I guess I'll go next. So this one's gonna be fun. I hate the fact that we don't know actually what these cars are gonna look like whatsoever. So like it's just throwing darts in the black. So underdog. It's hard to call him an underdog now. He's starting to like show his worth, but I think that Tyler could totally get it done in the 8 car. Obviously, he's a dirt guy, but he's an underdog in my book because he hasn't been able to be super consistent recently. So he's back down to underdog. Now for my over, the guy I'm taking, the guy that I think could easily win it all. It's a realistic pick, and I hate to be that guy to just take him off the board, but it's hard to bet against Kyle Larson.
Oh, wow. That's a terrible take. I don't think Kyle Larson wins this. Jaguar says there's actually guys running Gen 6 cars for the Bristol Dirt Race. I haven't seen that or heard of that. Maybe he's an inside source. Yeah, I don't know. Is that legal? Is it a chassis or how's that work?
I feel like that's chassis. It has to
Maybe.
be.
I don't know. My underdog pick, he kind of gave us his first signs of life with Trackhouse last year. And I think maybe he has a strike of luck. I'm going Daniel Suarez in the 99 as my underdog. Maybe there's some calamity. Maybe he finds gold and gets something done. He was irrelevant in last night's race, but that doesn't matter. And I'm going to go like you, Cody, and I'm going to say this big dirt racing dog kind of has been hot lately, and he's going to get something done at the Bristol Dirt Race. I'm going the 20 of C. Bell. Christopher Bell gets it done and gets a win and shows that he is a Bristol Dirt god.
All right,
Who goes?
I'll go ahead and go. All right. So for my underdog, Cody, you're gonna love me. I actually want to do Bubba Wallace for my underdog. I mean, Bubba
I'll
has
take it.
Bubba has won on dirt before.
He has.
No live pit stops this weekend, so his picker can't fuck him this week.
Ooh,
That's a
good
point.
take. Good point.
Yep. And so that's why I'm going to stick with him. And he really had a fast car last year, but got a flat tire, unfortunately. Now for my main pick, I'm going to go with the guy who's also an experienced dirt racer. Came close to winning this last year. I'm gonna go with a 47 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Ooh.
Very good. I like that.
Holy
He was
Holy
almost my
shit.
underdog. He was almost my underdog.
That might be somebody to throw a little money at early
I was
before
thinking
before
the
the
same thing.
heats.
Dalton,
Yeah.
what the fuck, dude? My main cup pick is Ricky. That's exactly who I was going with. I'm going
Oh,
with
of course,
Ricky.
sure.
Well, suck my dick, bitch.
And then
Jesus.
underdog.
Sorry for the listeners.
Underdog, I'm gonna go with Austin Dillon. Just because of his practice last
Ooh.
year up at Bristol too. So
He has won a truck race at dirt before, so
Austin Dillon's a hell of a dirt driver, and nobody really pays attention to that.
he's a damn good dirt driver.
Shit, boys. Y'all took all the good ones.
You can take
right.
some of them.
Well, I'm glad you said that, Dakota, because I totally agree with you about that underdog. Old Danny Suarez looked pretty well
Ooh.
last year in that 99. I think he's going to do a good job. Possibly might even be in the contention for a win. Winner. All right, gents. Hold on to your hats. I went outside the box on the truck series. I'm getting ready to go way outside the box on the cup. This guy has some really good history at Bristol, in my opinion. I would say that he owned it before his little brother did. Kurt Busch is going to victory lane this weekend in the
Ooh.
45 car. It's going to happen. I foresee it. The NASCAR gods told me. 2311 gets their second win.
I hope
Okay.
they didn't lie to you. I just
Dude,
don't trust the team enough.
Kurt has been so low key, like there to strike. I think Kurt gets a win for sure this year.
I hope so. I hope so. And you can even tell, like, Kurt is like giving it his entire like soul. The way this guy like just ends up there at the end of the
Yeah.
race.
He's
Yeah.
plugging away. He's plugging away. I think he gets something done. And then honestly, when he does win, I think they're gonna be like, Bubba. I don't know.
Bubba's having it rough. His pit road luck has been awful.
Yeah. I
Terrible.
think they need to like unplug and replug some things. Like I think they got everything there. They just need to put all the pieces together.
Yeah, just that whole thing is weird.
Yeah.
Like 1 week they're incredible, and then the next week we have tires flying off. So
Yeah, who knows? But man, we're going Bristol Dirt racing. I'm glad some of y'all are gonna be there. I wish I was gonna be there. But I think this is gonna be better. Last year I was really not looking forward to this race, and it surprised me. This year I'm a little more optimistic, and I think it's gonna be pleasant. It's gonna be at night. It's gonna be on a Sunday night at Easter. To those who enjoy that day, have fun. I'm glad y'all get to be there, and I'm just not gonna be there. But it was so fucking awesome getting to break all this down with y'all.
Oh,
go ahead, Dalton.
What's happening?
no, I was just coughing. I'm sorry.
Oh, you were just. I thought-
Oh,
I thought I
oh
was
wait,
waiting for
this
you to
just
speak.
in. Matt just sent his picks coming in hot off the press from his trip to Israel. He is also picking Ricky Stenhouse to win, and he's throwing Tyler Reddick as his underdog. He wanted to make sure that got mentioned because I wasn't gonna fucking mention it. Throwing that out there last minute. He's gone but not forgotten.
Oh, shout out, Matt. This comment right here, I want to acknowledge it real quick. Ryan gets to be a guest on the show next week. We planned this literally
Ryan
like
Phillip.
the week after the 500, I think it was. So this has been a long time coming. Homie went and bought a webcam and everything. So hype for that. Yeah, Bristol Dirt. We're doing the racing in our own backyard, which is always nice. It saves a little bit on travel expenses. Definitely need to recover after paying so much money in gas on the way to Martinsville. Shout
Stay
out
out of the white tents this weekend, Cody.
See, I'm gonna sell my body for a little bit and get some money to go to the white tents. But I'm excited for it. It's gonna be different than last year's for sure, just based on the fact that they changed the progressive banking. So that's, like I said, the track just looks better, it runs better, and I noticed that second line. So I'm stoked for it. Either way, it's a dirt race at Bristol Motor Speedway, and I'm gonna be there, so it's gonna be fun.
Very jealous. And all of a sudden, just like that, you've gone to more races than me this year.
Oh man,
Isn't that weird?
yeah. We'll be tied after Talladega, won't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. We have to show down at Nashville or something.
You might. That's where you might take the one up.
Oh, Dakota.
wow.
I don't know if you know, but Parv is wearing a full tux to Nashville.
Oh,
Full
God. It's
tuxedo.
going to be so hot.
Yeah, I know.
He's not even paying attention right now.
It's going to be miserable.
What's he looking at?
Hope he doesn't go camping.
His sad fucking dick.
Good God. Oh,
Holy shit.
Parv, you have anything to say about your tux?
The tires. It blamed the tires. It was the tires and the weather.
Fuck Goodyear.
I hope I hope it rains.
What's up?
Oh my god!
I hope natural,
Parv. That's the worst
rain.
shit I've ever heard.
Why?
It's gonna be hot and I'm gonna die.
Tell Dakota and the viewers why you have to wear a tux.
Jacob picked Kyle Busch. I didn't. Kyle Busch finished higher than my driver.
Who was your driver again?
I forgot.
So you didn't bet
It was
on your
Chase
favorite
Elliott.
driver?
It was Chase Elliott.
Yeah.
Wow.
I beat him with his favorite driver, Dakota.
Damn, that is like double fisting. Beat him at his own game. Damn, Parv. You get everything you deserve. You should
Hey,
wear the
real quick, DW is going to be in the booth at Bristol Dirt.
Oh, I
Didn't
can't
even
wait.
mention that.
Yeehaw. Boogity
Come on,
boogity.
that'll be fun for nostalgia.
Dude,
Yeah.
if this race couldn't be any worse with a broadcast, they just had to bring DW back. Hey, let's hit them while we're down.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of sad that I won't get to see the broadcast with DW like live.
Yeah.
I
I'm
am
definitely going to
so
go.
Jacob's a big Mike
annoyed
Joy
that I
fan,
will have to
though.
watch it.
I'm a huge Mike Joy fan.
Yeah,
You guys are
I
crazy.
like Mike Joy. I think he's slipping. I think it's getting rusty. I think it's falling off. I think it's time to maybe look at some options.
Nah.
Ouch.
Yeah,
Yep.
I don't.
I'm
why do we
definitely
hate
not looking at
DW?
DW and his damn Walker he's gonna come in on, and maybe they'll find some hair dye for him, and maybe he will be relevant to what they're talking about.
I bet he's gonna nail it. He's gonna knock
Dude,
it out of the
The
park.
second I have boogity boogity, I'm muting the TV.
You know it will, so he might as well just go ahead.
Why
and
would
do
he
it.
not say? Yeah, Dakota's a fun killer.
He probably doesn't remember what to say. They're gonna hey, now you say this.
We're not hating DW in this house.
Oh,
Oh my
I hate
God.
DW, dude. I hate him so. I hated him in like 2004. Like I
Then
can't.
that's
stand
fair.
him.
So it's gotten worse. Like you're
Yeah.
bitter with him.
Like in 2009, I was like, why is he still announcing?
I respect that. Since it's been
Yeah.
that long, I
He's
respect
been a terrible fucking broadcaster. I think it hurt his career, honestly. I think he was a great race car driver, and then his broadcasting career totally diminished his racing career.
I don't think it diminished it. I think it overshadowed it.
Yeah, made it more like,
Yeah, the guy who talked over the race, he used to drive back in the day.
yeah, what?
Danica Patrick to replace Darrell Waltrip in the booth.
Yeah, that's not any better. But oh, boys, it's been fun catching up with y'all tonight. Y'all got anything else to add? Anything we want to talk about?
I think that covers it all. We're gonna get down and dirty at Bristol.
Yeah, you lucky bastards. I better get some very wild Snapchats.
Oh, for
Jacob
sure.
will be holding his mics that he took one sip out of.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
listen, I'm bringing the Mountain Dew, the hard Mountain Dew this time. We're gonna be,
Ooh,
we're gonna be getting
Save,
some-
He's
save
gonna
one
be
for me in
throwing up.
September. I'll be down there. I'll be up there in September.
I will for sure. Yeah, me and you are gonna. I'm coming to Dega. I don't know if I told you that, but I'll.
Are
be
you
there.
coming?
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I can't. I'm going to try to talk to Cody about coming and Coop.
I understand if Cody doesn't want to come, but if Coop wants to come, by all
I'll
means.
die. That'll be 6 weekends in a row of like just racing.
Yeah,
Come
but my
on,
offer,
baby.
my offer is going to be pretty well worth it. So I'll.
Well,
talk to
y'all
you.
know where to camp. You know, I got you. The mayor of Dega will take care of his boys.
Dega Jesus. I think that's
Yeah.
what I coined you last year.
Yeah,
Is it Dega week yet? I'm ready to skip the Dega.
I can't wait, dude. I'm literally counting down the days.
I'm watching that race this time.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. We're hoping for good weather.
Yep.
All right, so this
All
is it. We've been the LTC from East Tennessee. We'll do our outro and then you can do yours after.
Yeah, let
me see if I
can find that bitch.
Yeah. So we're the LTC from East Tennessee. It's been me, your host with the most, Cody Effin Powers.
Hey,
Go ahead. Oh, JKL. I thought somebody else was going to go.
Oh
My
my
bad.
fucking god.
We
Yeah,
suck.
we'll get this one of these days.
One day.
Coop Daddy. Goddamn, someone go. You got 2 left. Fuck me.
Anger issues.
I always go last.
I'm Dalton Good, aka Dalton Reddy Bush. Hashtag fire Ben Bishore.
Matthew Parvin, hashtag Parv Gang.
As you heard it here, those are my friends from the Left Turn Cult live on Chairgating. It was good to be on y'all's show as well. Dakota Drake 4 from the Chairgating podcast, live from Atlanta, Georgia. Boys, this was fun. It was great catching up. It was great talking to y'all. The whole gang was here this time, too. That was really fun. Glad to hear y'all's opinions. As always, this badass episode was brought to you by Yeats Official. Get yours 10% discount code in the checkout on yeatsofficial.com with discount code Chairgating. If you want to look cool as shit at all these upcoming races like we do, and Dalton Good on Fox, don't be a loser. Don't get Pit Vipers. Get Yeats Official. But it has been great talking to you boys. Let's go fucking racing.
Vroom vroom.
Hey. All right. Peace, y'all.